More problems for students who are trying to enroll in the Cal State system. Some deep enrollment cuts just got the initial approval, but at the same time, Cal State officials are handing out some big pay raises. KCAL 9's Dave Lopez live right now in Long Beach, where the CSU Board of Trustees is just met. Dave?
Well, there's quite a dichotomy here, Dave. You know, on one thing, they are bleeding red ink into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Already, it's a done deal. They will discuss it later on this afternoon, but there will be no transfer of students from any colleges into any of the state universities beginning in the spring of 2013, and there may not be any enrollment of any incoming freshmen, in the fall of 2013. That's going to depend on what happens at the polls in November. But despite all of that, just a little while ago, the Board of Trustees, in a preliminary vote, voted to give 2 campus presidents a pay hike. Despite the uncertainty of budget cuts facing the Cal State University system, the Board of Trustees this morning voted 2 hefty pay raises for 2 of its presidents.
I'm only sorry that we can't pay them more because of the policy that we adopted.
That policy limits the pay hikes to 10%. Dr. Mildred Garcia, who is moving from Dominguez Hills to Cal State Fullerton, will now get a base salary of $324,500 a year, free housing, and $12,000 car allowance each year, for a grand total of $336,500 per year. Dr. Leroy Morishita, who no longer is the interim president of East Bay, but the president, will now get $303,660 a year in base salary, $60,000 a year in housing allowance, and $12,000 a year in car compensation, for a total of $375,650 a year.
I guess the popular thing to do is to say, no, we don't want to raise the salary now, but then we're cutting off our nose to spite our face.
According to the state, the presidents of the 21 other college universities in the system, who all make an average of about $310,000 a year, have not received a pay hike in 5 years. Neither has any faculty members in the system. And that these raises were justified, in the opinion of the board, because these 2 presidents have changed schools, and the state needed to be competitive salary-wise in order to keep them. An argument that the president of the Professors Association just doesn't buy.
In all honesty, if you have to pay through the nose to bring a president in, they're not right for our public university. This is public service.
When the vote was taken, there was no fanfare, no outcry of protest, just a quiet vote, passed 6-2.